boss face, hello. How we doing, man? I just need to get the, you know, just the reruns going. Easy life. 24/7 reruns. Let's go. Just remixed and everything. And that's what that was. The Kutaisi trip, man. Better times. Better times. Before all the fiesta with the bank account now and everything again. That was a good time. Just a couple of weeks ago. What's so good, What's so good, Yeah, basically was like all the no SD card, no battery pretty much for the whole stream until the very end. Nice boss face, nice. Doing good, man, doing good. Doing good. Count issues again now. Well, basically, I had the Corpa account for the company, for my stream, opened in the bank. And I decided to open my private personal account there too, so I can, you know, just like transfer money in like in the internet bank in like one click, you know, and just use it instead of using my Corpa account for everything, which I mean, kind of rather not use the card and stuff too much, right? So I wanted to open that, and I did get it approved, got it allowed, got it created. Went to the bank, got my cards, leaving the bank, opening the app to actually get the money from my corporate to the private, so I can, you know, go to the grocery store and check it out, how it works. And my corporate account is blocked there already. So I just like going back, like, yo guys, the fuck is that? Yeah, you're supposed to use your like new account for that now. Using the new one, it does say the company doesn't exist. Using the old one doesn't work. So she started like first tried like, you know, like some usual stuff, you know, just restart it, except for just like I resetted your password, you know, try that. And nope. So then she called somewhere, said that they're gonna be looking into it, and she will call me back when they give an update. And maybe even today. That was Wednesday. So yeah, there was no calling or anything still. So like on Monday I'll go there again and try to figure it out again. Try to be annoying and stuff about it probably also, because kind of, you know, already like less than 2 weeks pretty much until we leave. So kind of want to have that sorted out. Before we leave. So if I would knew that that there will be like such a fiesta, I wouldn't even like make that private account, whatever. Yeah, why can't things just work? Yeah, I assume it's just kind of like the other like my new like private account, and since it's like the same passport and everything, it just kind of like got some sort of like database fuckery and pretty much just kind of like overlapped. So my old just got blocked or something, because like the new one got opened or some stuff, or the new business one got opened but the old one didn't like transfer or something to the new account or some stuff. Like I don't know, like they found the company and stuff, everything was in, like she was like using my passport first, and like I can see like your company account there. Do you have like the company, your company ID? Like, yeah, there it is. Yeah, it's there. Well, like doesn't work, so I'm gotta figure that out. And that was supposed to happen already on Wednesday. Still didn't. Yeah, it's just like already not that much time. Like otherwise I don't really mind, but there is like not that much time left already, so it's just annoying dealing with this when it's already, you know, not a lot of time, so you already kind of like stressed with the movement stuff. Now we need to deal with that shit. As long as it gets fixed, I don't really care, but yeah, would be nice to fix it faster. Would be nice to fix it, to get it fixed faster. So we'll be good to go. We'll be good to go. Otherwise, I wouldn't even make that private account, whatever. And like, I wouldn't even, like, if I would know that there will be issues, I just, like, keep my Corpa account and whatever. Like, the goal, even, like, the plan right now, even, I'm just, like, trying to cash out as much as possible. Not as much as possible, right? Like, I'm just, like, slowly cashing out, not just going and whatever Twitch sent me, just, you know, like, instantly and get all of it out. I just kind of, like, go in, like, every, like, couple of weeks, getting, like, I don't know, like, how much, like, Twitch was, Twitch sent me, like, 6,000, right? Over this, like, 2.5 years, and that was stuck there. So I decided to like get at least like 3 or something, and maybe 3, a bit more than 3, slowly in smaller amounts, transactions, you know, just like cash it all out in dollars so I can take it to Uzbekistan. And that basically gonna be like my money like dedicated for like rent and everything pretty much. So I already don't need to withdraw anything from my Twitch income, and it can just like lay here in Georgia until I visit again next time, right? And like money for food and stuff, that will be already from like PayPal, from donors and everything. So I kind of wanted to do it that way. So I could like not even use the Georgian card in Uzbekistan whatsoever. I wouldn't even mind. But yeah, I decided to already like, get the private account too. Yeah, well, got some fun. Got some fun. Hello, Portable. Hello again. Hello again. So yeah, got some fun stuff. That's the downside of like sometimes dealing with all these like the banks and shit. At least it's a nice bank and stuff, but yeah, like there's like most likely some department that they called and everything that wasn't really like, obviously lady in the bank wasn't really interested in just kind of, you know, like constantly like bothering that department. She probably just told them to do stuff and then like just left it to them, and then like forgot herself most likely, because, you know, she's working, has a bunch of like clients and stuff there. And dudes in the department probably also didn't really bother too much. Thing is, like, the private account now also like says the password is incorrect, even though I think it's the same one. So I guess they did something, or still doing something. I just didn't get a call. Maybe they actually did fix something or whatever. I just didn't get the call, so I don't even know what needs to be done after. But yeah, like first time in forever, I have like my phone even like, you know, volume up and everything. Usually it's just like on silent to not miss any calls, and there is no calls. So yeah, I guess Monday I will need to go, because obviously, and I mean, they work on Saturday, but yeah, they already closed now. Like it's a shorter day. So yeah, I'm gonna go on Monday morning before stream, so I might be a little, yeah, basically portable. Well, I mean, it's the stuff that I already stream. I just kind of like decided to put something on the background, kind of relevant, you know, to talk about all this like traveling and other stuff and the plans and all that. So yeah, just a little bit on the background then. So yeah, gonna be Monday, might be even a little like later start, we'll see. Because I'm gonna go to the bank, and I mean most likely it's also gonna be the same stuff again. Like, oh yeah, we're gonna tell them we're gonna call you later. So I guess I will do that, and I'll just warn them, like, if you're not calling me today, then tomorrow I'm gonna visit again or something. Like maybe I'll get lucky and get like the manager lady also, because there's like a lot of like different operators with clients, right? And like you don't know how their names or something, right? So like there was that lady, I know how she looks, but I don't know how to tell them, like that was this lady that was like, you know, told me that that they're fixing it. So it would be nice with manager lady too, because her at least I kind of seen that already multiple times. It'll be easier to find, to return and fix it. Should be doable. It shouldn't be anything crazy there. Should be anything crazy, because I also need to pay taxes now already. It's October. And yeah, like with the simplified tax system here, you pay taxes every month until 15th of October. Until 15th of the month, you need to pay taxes for the previous month. So it kind of would be nice to have access, you know, to my mobile bank and stuff, so I could get all the exact numbers and actually use it to pay those taxes too from my Corpa account. That would be kind of good. Would be kind of good. And also that's why we kind of like didn't book the tickets yet, even, because like I kind of want, but you know, in case that shit's gonna take long, I guess we just stay here longer until it's fixed or something, you know, because I'd rather just like stay here and fix it instead of like flying there and then like returning and paying money for that, because flights are fucking expensive. Flights are fucking expensive. I mean, not like super crazy, but still, it's like $200 with luggage. Over $200 with luggage. Without luggage is like $200 basically. So yeah, that is not something I want to spend way too many times, or in general, you know. So probably just if they're not gonna fix it, we're just gonna stay longer. And the problem is already like landlord yesterday was already like very interested when we move in, because first he like messaged me in WhatsApp and I was already streaming, so I kind of didn't notice. And then after stream, I'm like opening the WhatsApp, his message, and then there is also like the text message on my Russian phone number, actually. I think. Oh, no, was it? Or was it Armenian even? Like basically on one of my old phone numbers, not even the local phone number, pretty much. I don't even remember. Like, wait, what? How? Oh, I guess. Oh, yeah, but no, I think we already had the Georgian numbers. That way, really? Oh, I get. Oh, maybe like through WhatsApp, he could actually like kind of message me, but not with WhatsApp, but with like the text message or some stuff. Could be that actually. He, like even texted me basically like when are you guys planning to move? Eh? Hey Gulshan, hello. How you doing? So I was like, well, and then when I was like reading all that and like started typing him the answer, he calling also on WhatsApp. I'm like, yeah. Well, we planned to on 17th. And he said it's all okay and nice. That I just kind of hope it also like if we will need to stay longer because of this bank stuff or some shit, then he can adjust. I think he doesn't really mind though, because like in the winter, for example, he's not gonna be able to rent this apartment out, even like probably for like the half the money that we pay. Because in the winter there is like way less demand, and especially for such prices, no one's gonna be renting shit here. Like for 800 bucks, no one's gonna be renting stuff here. It's gonna be like 600 maximum probably, if not even less. So yeah, hope we will figure that out. And another fun part also, like you need to go to Uzbekistan. Like I plan to go to conventions next year. I plan to at least, right? It's the Rioni River here actually. Yeah, the camera doesn't really like show it that good here, because it's like here it kind of looks more like regular green sorta. But it was like blue, dude. Eh? Like this river was so beautiful. Yeah, the camera doesn't really like get that color that well. Like this is like the regular river basically. Like IRL it was like blue. Like in the Tbilisi river was like this, even darker a bit. But like in Kutaisi here it was like blue. Next country, Uzbekistan. Next country is Uzbekistan. We go into Uzbekistan, Tashkent. Potentially on 18th. So if like the bank stuff is sorted, 17th we're moving out. Moving on the train, it's like 5-hour train to Tbilisi, and then on 18th from Tbilisi we're gonna be already flying to Tashkent. That's basically the plan, and then it depends how fast we're gonna find some apartment to stay there, because that might take some time. Like my friend is kind of like monitoring stuff right now. And then there is, and there goes the bit rate there. And there is like not that many like 3-room options, sadly. So we'll see. I hope we'll find something. I hope we'll find something good for a decent amount of money, hopefully. Because like if you increase it to kind of like 800 like we pay here now, or even more, then yeah, sure. Plenty of options, dude. Amazing options. But like I'd rather not pay even what we pay here. Because here we at least paid, you know, like for you know, like a really nice apartment, really nice climate and stuff. And there we're gonna be paying it for winter, for absolutely no sea, nothing, just basically because it's fucking capital. That's it. I see, Turin, I see. Yeah. Feels bad, man. I wanted the Niva, damn son. Maybe I get the used one probably. A beautiful area. Yeah, the river is really nice. There's gonna be like some also nice places later. I'm gonna like maybe like skip later a little. Just the regular walking. See, if everything goes good, yeah, I was showing like how the river goes, and like it most likely goes all the way up this place. Like when it's like, you know, well, at least this is totally this totally should be all kind of covered there. This totally should, So yeah, we'll see. Uzbekistan happening soon. But yeah, like as I was saying, I plan conventions next year. And I mean, it's always, dude, like you want something to do something, or like if it rains it pours, you know, or like, you know, if there's like some already kind of like it was a tight schedule pretty much, right? So if I want to get the European visa, the Schengen visa, as a tourist even, right? Just the regular one, just to go to convention. When I'm not at home, right? If I would be in Russia, for example, no problems. Except like some countries, they don't really take applications anymore for tourist visas from us. But like I know like France can give you like visa for like many months, no problems. Germany would give visa, and I already have like experience getting German visa anyway, right? Sweden I think still gives visa too, and that I also could do like no problems. But you need to go back home for that shit. Obviously I don't want to. And if you are not there and you're in another country, right? Like I haven't returned there since I left and I don't plan to anytime soon. If there will be a possibility, maybe even ever, but you know, not anytime soon for sure. And basically, like if you want to apply from another country, then you need to have like the legal residency, like the proper residency, which is like a right of abode, citizenship, you know, permanent residence or something like that. Or at least like work visa or some stuff, which usually gives you right of abode too. So like if you don't have that, you can't even apply to European visa from another country. So like I'm here in Georgia, for example, and I can't get any European visa from here right now. Except for one exception. Germany gives you, allows you to apply for like German visa. Basically, their embassy gives you opportunity to do so if you live in the country for 6 months. Like you need to provide them with like the paper, well, your stamp in the passport and the paper that kind of like confirms that sort of, right? So you crossed the border on that specific date at least 6 months ago. And preferably also some sort of like, you know, like registration, apartment rent, paper or something, right? So you kind of there for 6 months. Like if you are for 6 months, you can apply to Germany. And that's what I kind of planned to in Uzbekistan, right? Like my plan was basically for next year's conventions and everything. My plan was, I think the quality is dropping hard here now, but yeah, that's how IRL streaming, man. That's handheld strip. This is on my like the backpack strap basically. So the plan is pretty much to was pretty much right to go to Uzbekistan German embassy apparently also I think works the same way. But in Uzbekistan is actually even easier because Uzbekistan is kind of like strict with that stuff. Like they pretty much like eliminated the market of kind of like, how do you say, unofficial rent, you know, like in some places, like back home, for example, in Armenia, like you renting something is just kind of like, you know, verbal. You just like, all right, I'm living here, you know, you don't mind? Yeah, sure. Like, you know, I'm renting you this apartment, you pay me that much per month and stuff, and that's it. They don't pay any taxes on that, right? They don't give you any like paper for that, nothing. Oh yeah, by the way, 1 second. That was I mentioned that on stream also, I think, when I was there. Yeah, this guy right now. This is the bread, yeah. This is the local bread, yeah, called shoti. Shoti puri. Shoti is bitch, sword. And this is like the sword bread, basically. And yeah, that's how you get it here. Like you go to some bakery or something, you get yourself bread, yeah, and they literally just give you that and like some piece of paper that you just kind of like hold it like that. And you just carry it home like that, pretty much. No bag, nothing. Which is like extra fun when it's just like fresh out of, you know, the tandoori oven, when it's hot as fuck and you can't really carry it that way. I don't know how they actually do it with when it's just like fresh from the oven. Because when we got it last time, I had like I had like this like grocer bag, right? So I kind of like wrapped the grocer bag, folded the grocer bag, hold the grocer, like the paper with the grocer bag, and then the bread through the paper, pretty much. The paper was like between my grocer bag and the bread in my hands, so I didn't feel that hot at least. Otherwise, I don't even know how they do that. But yeah, that's like the most standard local bread gear. Usually costs, like one of those costs 1.5 lari, so like 60 cents or 50 euro cents exactly. I think euro is pretty much like one euro is 3 lari, I think. So for 1 euro you can get 2 of those pretty much. Pretty much. So yeah, the plan was like to go Uzbekistan. They eliminated this kind of like unofficial market for renting. So everyone officially rents out. Everyone pays taxes. There is a paper at any times, and even more, they need to register every like tenant pretty much in the special department, kind of like in police pretty much. So like you rent something from someone, you have paper like 100%, like pretty much no one does it, you know, unofficially, unless maybe it's like, you know, like relatives or something of each other, like any random person. Everything's official. So you get a paper, you're gonna get a registration, like stamp even, maybe, actually not sure if they do give you the stamp in international passport. In Armenia, they do stamp the passport. In there, not sure. We'll see. But you get like official registration, so at least you have like easy way to confirm that you were there living for 6 months for German embassy. But the problem is like we're arriving end of October, right? So like 18th, for example, if current plans go well, 18th we arrive in. Hopefully maybe like 20th if we are lucky. We're gonna get an apartment and move in, right? Get the registration and stuff. So like 20th of October, 6 months equals 20th of April pretty much, right? And TwitchCon was in June last year, so you need at least a month. Like 1 month pretty much always happens to get the visa organized. So pretty much if the TwitchCon was like, you know, middle of June last year, then I would need to kind of like right at the end of April, I would need to go and apply for visa already, and that takes a month, and then pretty much like at the beginning of June, I got my visa and everything's good kinda. Would be like a little tight, but doable. Well, they announced TwitchCon Europe days, and it's gonna be earlier, because why not? We're gonna do it like 1st of June literally, or like first, even like 31st of May or some shit. And I'm like, all right, nice. Let's make the window even tighter now for that. So like literally, like if we go like 20th of October and stuff, getting an apartment, then I will need 20th of April to apply. And then like, you know, 20th of May, I need already preferably to kind of have it, because, you know, like in the week after that, I need already to go. So I don't even know. I don't even know if that will be plausible and doable. Because it's also like not so sure exactly how it will even go. And because I was kind of hoping to apply in Germany and get like 3 months. That's as much as you can get, I think, in a different country. And get the 3 months one, because I would have, in Germany, I would have an invitation from Guaco, from a moderator. He invited me to his wedding and stuff. So I would be kind of going there. I would be going to Convention 1, to Convention 2, to Convention 3, and that would be all perfect, basically. All 3 months, you know, scheduled and stuff. But now it's gonna be tricky. So I'm not sure how I'm gonna be actually doing it. Because there is also, thankfully, like another option. There is also Spanish embassy that also allows you to apply from Armenia and from Uzbekistan, because Armenia and Uzbekistan don't have their own like Spanish embassies there. So they basically get all the applications for visa and send them to Russia. And Russian Spanish embassy works with Armenian and Uzbekistan, you know, applications. So you kind of technically send your passport back there, and you kind of can count as, you know, that you're applying from home. So you don't need any like residency or nothing. You can just send it. So I kind of will probably try that, which means I will need to go to Spain first, then from Spain already go to TwitchCon, then from TwitchCon return to Spain, and from Spain return to home, which is like extra money, extra flights and stuff. But I think like next year I maybe will actually like, you know, commit, because it's been like already 5 years at this point since the last time I went to convention. I kind of missed that. I kind of want that. Then probably take another 5 years break or something. But you know, at least I want to go. I want to go, man. Hopefully maybe Gamescom next year too. We'll see. Yeah, DreamHack, not sure. DreamHack feels kind of like no one really goes there anymore out of our community, sorta. TwitchCon at least. Well, actually, TwitchCon, to be honest, also like not really that popular nowadays, I feel. Like LA is already skipping, I think, for 2 years, right? The community members, I don't even know if they're gathering. Like, I don't see any action really in like the channels, because like 2019, 2020, before Corona happened, that was like insane. Everyone was like, we were planning everything, we were booking everything already way before. Like, there was hype for that shit, dude. Now I don't really see that anymore, sadly. But I want at least to kind of return, right? After like 5 years break, just like go to at least like 1 maybe. See how things are, meet with people, you know. And maybe get to like to see some of the people I know, and some of the connections and networks I have, to kind of maybe try to, you know, like discuss and find some solutions for my predicament, basically, you know. And maybe get some sort of way, move somewhere, do something, you know, that kind of stuff. Maybe. Kind of doubt it, but you know. The worst case still would be kind of just nice to go. It would be just nice to go, hang out with the peeps. So yeah, that kind of makes it all also more tricky with like Uzbekistan and stuff. Because yeah, the time will be very tight. Very tight. Very difficult. But we'll see. We'll see. At least we're moving for sure, and then see how things go in general. If it's not gonna work, then well, I guess I'm just gonna skip like one more year, whatever. It is what it is. Shit happens. Hopefully we'll figure something else at some point. Hopefully. The money will be like, you know, at least safer that way, because that's gonna be probably quite chunky in terms of expenses. Even though I also would go like hobo mode, I would also go like with my IRL setup and like IRL from a bunch of places then. So that would be kind of cool too. But we'll see. We'll see. Not gonna work, I guess, whatever. It's just like I'm kind of person, and that kind of like bites me in the ass now real hard with this way of living and stuff, is that I like to have, you know, like things planned ahead, kinda. I like to have some sort of like, you know, like plans laid down pretty much. Like some skill. I like scheduling things. I like planning things. I like to know, you know, what's gonna be happening and when. So when I already kind of like got in my head, like, all right, I need to go to conventions, it's just there. Like, it's constantly there. It constantly, you know, like already bothers you, that thought about it, kind of constantly in the back of your head. And that just kind of makes it like more stressful and stuff, because you kind of want to, you constantly think about it, and then like all those like issues appearing on the way, and it just kind of like makes it, you know, makes me want to be just kind of whatever person, you know, living with the day. I'm not with any plans in the future, just kind of like, you know, in the moment instead of that. Because all this planning and stuff, such life is tricky. Like, you never know. You never know what's gonna happen, when it's gonna happen, how it's gonna happen. And will you be able to do that, to do this? Like, just living in the day would be way easier. It would be way easier. The dream is to basically become, you know, kinda whatever about everything, and just YOLOing it every day. That would be probably way more fitting for such lifestyle. Yeah, it would be way more fitting. So just kind of like constantly, all these travels and stuff, they just constantly get you out of the comfort zone. You just like always somewhat stressed about all this stuff. Somewhat. Especially with like, you know, well, 6 months is kind of not too bad though. 6 months in one country is kind of alright. Even though here, for example, that this time just like disappeared. It just like pee-poofed completely. Like feels like we were just moving in here not long ago. Then now we're already leaving in 2 weeks. It's insane. But I kind of like blame also, you know, like summer, sea, all the good stuff. That's why the time kind of just disappeared way too fast. Because like in Armenia, that did feel way longer when we were there, even though we were there like, well, not for 6, but like for 7, I think, months basically. Like we moved in end of August, and then we left in the middle of April. So, well, I mean, yeah, kind of like closer, I guess, to 8 months already, but yeah, give or take pretty much. So it did feel like way longer there. It did feel way longer. So I kind of hope Uzbekistan also will be a little bit more of that like kind of calm time, you know, because winter and everything, and just gonna feel like it's kind of like more chill and more long, so you can kind of relax a little more. Less things planned, less things to do, just like stream and play video games, you know. The main stuff. The main activity would be that. Cold does it get in Uzbekistan? It can get to -20 and stuff. Like kind of like in January, February, it can get to like -20. It doesn't usually like hold long, but yeah, it's gonna be still kind of some cool days. And that's why part of the reason we also go to Tashkent, because it's like infrastructure is more solid. Like my friend was in Tashkent during winter in 2022 to 2023. And yeah, they had like a week or two probably when they were like wearing jackets and stuff, because it was pretty damn cold at home. But at least they didn't get any like blackouts and stuff, because in some places, as soon as the temperature drops, you know, everyone starts blasting like heaters and stuff, and that's where the infrastructure, electricity doesn't really digest it, you know, and it just starts fucking dying. Temperature, well, I mean, Monday should be +31, I think, here, so Monday I'm probably gonna go try, actually. This week it's been some time. I haven't went in almost, Monday will be like 2 weeks since I swam last time. But yeah, with like my dad visiting. And then after that, it was kind of windy, some waves there, so I kind of haven't gone swimming for a while. It is. I also go in the morning, and mornings are kind of cold now. Like, first of all, it's kind of like getting bright later now. It's kind of dark in the morning, and then it's also kind of fresh, and the wind is quite something. So I kind of haven't gone there for some time. But I will on Monday probably. I will try on Monday to go check it. Should be a hot day. And probably also my day offs next week. I'm probably gonna go during the day. Like, since morning's already kind of dink, I will try, like, Wednesday, Thursday probably next week I'm gonna be off, sorting shit out again. And I will probably try to go, like, during the day, on, like, the peak heat and stuff. I'm gonna go try to get some swimming then. Yeah, that's probably already gonna be, like, closing the season, I guess. But yeah, Uzbekistan can get kind of cold. So yeah, gonna be an adventure, dude. The IRL streams from there I will do already in spring though, because we're gonna be arriving when they're already gonna be kind of meh, like a lot of rains and stuff, you know. So I'm probably not gonna be IRLing from there when we arrive. But then around like late April probably, like in April in general, probably not earlier than April. Gonna go. No, Georgia is really nice. Georgia is super nice, man. Really good place. Really good place. I do recommend. Well, climate also kind of depends. Like, it's warm pretty much all summer, of course. And, like, swimming, no problems. But it might be raining a bunch. Like, here and in Batumi, rain might be quite often. Let's keep it, a little, because it was just the general walk-in. I was going towards the, yeah, that's, I think, already kind of closer there. Towards the Parliament building, the abandoned one, basically. See, live streams seem super nice. Yeah, they are really good. It's really nice. It is really nice. It's really nice, and, like, I would say budget-wise, it's pretty good, too. Like, you don't really need to pay much here. Like, all the hotels I basically, like, had over this trip for IRL stream, like the Kutaisi and BC, it was actually really cheap. Yeah, the Kutaisi one was like, what, 13 bucks, I think, hotel. And Tbilisi one was like 17 bucks, I think. And it was, like, pretty good. Like, you could stay there for a while even. Like, yeah, they had, like, even the washing machine was there in Tbilisi, for example. A lot of life experience? That you do, man. That you do for sure. Totally get a lot of things to tell, a lot of stories and everything to tell. Absolutely. Yeah, we'll see about after Uzbekistan. Because after Uzbekistan, kind of plan was basically to go back to Armenia for some time. And if I'll get the European visa, then we probably will kind of go to Armenia for some time. While I will be, like, kind of traveling to Europe, and so my friends can, like, stay there. It'll be cheaper that way too, so we don't overpaying for some giga apartment somewhere where I'm not even gonna be there, you know. So probably will return for a few months. Maybe not to Gyumri though. Maybe to some other city. Maybe we'll go Vanadzor or something. So we probably will be there, like, next summer. So, like, Uzbekistan, I assume we're gonna peace out kind of like end of May or something. If I'll get lucky with, like, the visa and everything, that would be perfect, because we just kind of peace out, and then I go to conventions already from Armenia, because it's like if it will be Spain, then Armenia is perfect, because Yerevan, I think, has the direct, like, budget low-coster flights to Spain. If it's gonna be Germany, then Tbilisi has actually flights to Germany also with Wizz Air and stuff, so you can get some, like, somewhat budget travels to Europe that way. So that would be nice. But then we'll see. Because kind of, like, I don't know. Like, friend doesn't really want to go to Armenia that much. Again, I'm kind of like... I don't really mind, but also kind of could, you know, go to some new stuff too. New places. Why not? So we'll see. And maybe it's gonna be somewhere else. We'll return here though. Like, here would be nice. Not exactly maybe, like, right here to Batumi. Maybe like some of the like nearby cities, like there's like small towns here that are like they're mostly touristic though, but they also kind of like cheaper because you know less popular, but you still have the same sea, have the same climate and everything, and you know like you can get here for example with just like with the bus or the train or like some taxi that is also pretty cheap. So that would be an option. That might be an option. And there are some places I haven't streamed. Like here, I will IRL more next week. I'm not sure exactly though, because like I planned Tuesday, but Tuesday seems like the weather is gonna be dog shit. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I will kind of like look tomorrow, Monday. We'll look at the weather and stuff and decide what kind of schedule I will try to do next week. It's gonna be 2 days off though for sure because yeah, like I need to sort this bank stuff. I need to buy a suitcase because also like Uzbekistan Airways and stuff, they don't have extra carry-on luggage, so I can't take my PC with me on plane. So I will need to do check-in luggage, PC, which is Monke, and which means yeah, I need to get a second suitcase now. Because I have like this like special bag, not special. It's just it's the bag for the sewing machine, pretty much for like to transport sewing machines, and that actually is perfect in size for my PC. So when we were going to Armenia, I just took it with me to the plane as the second carry-on bag, and no problems. But apparently you can do it with this airline. So yeah, this is the Parliament building. It's like the previous presidents decided to build the Dank Parliament building in a completely different city, in Kutaisi, not in Tbilisi, not in the capital, and move, like kind of all the administrative functions to here, instead of like having everything in the capital. But then after a few years, new people in charge just reverted everything, and the building right now is pretty much abandoned. Nothing's happening there, even though it's a pretty cool building. There is nothing. Which is PP, okay? They plan to do something there, I guess. We'll see. We'll see. So yeah, depends on the weather next week. How I will schedule things. But yeah, day offs do be indeed needed. I kind of wanted to maybe like do some more before leaving, streaming and stuff, especially since next fest also gonna be in the like 2 weeks pretty much. Well, less, 10 weeks. 10 days, 10 weeks. FX hello, the graphics suck, yeah, pixelated as shit, a little bit, the bitrate. So yeah, gonna be 14th, I think, next fest starting. And yeah, we're already gonna be leaving, almost there. Horsens. So yeah, not gonna be that much time to next fest also, sadly. So I kind of wanted to do more like streaming at the PC for that, but you also need to sort things out now. Like I always kind of want to, always try to, till the very moment to grind with the streams and stuff, and then you still realize that if you try, you just kind of get like way too much stressed over the move because so much stuff to prepare, and you just stream instead. So yeah, we'll see. I will see. Couple days off this week, and next week gonna be probably one. Before I leave. And then obviously like yeah, looks like Thursday. So like which days are there? Yeah, 17th, 18th, Thursday, Friday. Gonna be 100% missing. 19th, like most likely that's when we're gonna start like watching, checking apartments. And then if we get like lucky, then like 20th probably or something, we're gonna find something, and then like 21st or some shit, I'm gonna start again. If we get lucky, we'll see. If Lake Yellow, we will see how that will go. So yeah, gonna be a little bit of a busy times, there. With all the move and stuff. Alright, this one can skip again. Now that was just like a bunch of walking there towards the main parts, and the connection gets better there too. We get to the city. Here in Batumi now I'm rocking like with 3 SIM cards. That was pretty nice already. Still not perfect though. Still not perfect. But kinda. I think this is where I was getting to some of the breed gears and stuff here. Oh yeah, that's where I was waiting. There's like the cable car there going. There's someone moving. So I was kind of standing there waiting until it moves again, but it never did in the end while I was waiting. It never actually did. And then I continued moving. Oh, that's gonna be like towards the... Is it already the monument though? Oh, it was, yeah, that's the monument. The way to Dink monument. A way to Dink one. Yeah, for the leftover IRL, I will go to Batumi Botanical Garden. That's what we're gonna check. And then the things that are left for whenever I'm back here again is gonna be Dendro Park. But that requires just kind of like the whole. Well, actually, Botanical Garden is also pretty much like a whole day. But Dendro Park is even dinker, I think. It's kind of even dinker. So yeah, that's gonna be for the next time. I will be around these places again. And then let's go on the be also Fortress, the Gunya Fortress. I'm gonna go there too. Gonna go there too. Yeah, when I'm gonna be here next time. And also we'll try like there is like some like natural reserves with like some dink natural stuff, some waterfalls and everything. So I probably will try to go there also next time I'm here. But that will be kind of question mark. We'll see because of connections. Because of the connection. Galaction, yeah. Galaction Tabidze. I actually kind of wonder. Well, 1 second. Did it say here's the years? 1991, alright. No, so this actually like Galaction is actually, you know, like the proper name. It does kind of sound like those, you know, like Soviet, like Pipiega names when they were like doing like a bunch of like, kind of like those like slogans and everything, and then just making them the Soviet slogans and just making them into names. Kinda sound like it a bit, but not that apparently is the pre-Soviet era name. Pretty good, eh? Galaction Tabidze. Yeah, that's the Bridges across the Rioni River there. There's 3 Bridges. There's the red one, a white one, and the metal one, the chain one. I think red and chain one I was on. A white one I think I showed from the side. I'll think. So yeah, there's still gonna be some... Oh, here you can see it a little more like blue, but not exactly. It's still kind of more like I don't know, like looks like way like dirtier and stuff than it is. Because it was like light blue pretty much in the water. Here it kind of a little easier, a little better to see it, but yeah, it's still kind of greenish and stuff here. In the actual colors, it was like way more blue. Let's see, Quack, I see. Yeah, didn't know. I didn't know. Oh, the log there. Clay not solubles. No, just the mountain river. Just a clean, nice, beautiful water. Oh, very clean and very nice. That's how a lot of them are actually when you manage to witness them before they got dirty. And then they become the regular green brown ugly river, which we will see in Tbilisi a lot. But this one is actually really beautiful. But your camera doesn't really, you know, make it proper justice there. It doesn't make the proper justice that way. Some food to throw in. So yeah, like Uzbekistan IRLs will be already in April, May. But I still have at least one stream from here. We'll see, maybe more, but probably already for the next time I'm here. as I will be most likely returning. There's still Barjomi city that I want to visit. We were passing it on the car when moving here from Armenia. And it's, well, famous for the mineral water, but it's also really cool looking. In the mountains with the mountain river there too. It looks really nice. So I kind of want to travel there too. We'll see when though. We'll see when. Might be like kind of like next year, second half. Might be already after. In Georgia, Armenia, where would I stay? If like everything else is equal, right? The prices for rent and everything, Georgia 100%. But most likely that would be closer to like here, to like the touristy areas, to the kind of summer touristy areas, because they kind of like a little more, you know, more chill for the foreigners and stuff. Basically, let's put it that way. Which Tbilisi is also, and in general, pretty nice and chill. But yeah, in Tbilisi, you also kind of like, let's say our kind they don't really like the Russian tourists and stuff and people who move there, and they don't really like. Let's put it that way. Other than that, everyone's nice. But yeah, like in Batumi, is like it's way better because like people in general kind of like are more used to all kinds of tourists and stuff. Like you go in Tbilisi, for example, you can see on the walls like, you know, a lot of interesting installations, you know, dedicated to us. In Batumi, you see a lot less of those, and those that you see, a lot of them already kind of like painted over and stuff. It won't be 10 out of 10 there too. In Batumi, you will. Like, there is like at least 2, if not more, direct flights to Batumi from Tel Aviv. Not to mention there is like, not far from here, there's the Kosher Hotel and everything, with like a bunch of people from Israel chilling there. And Israel is kind of like, I think, taking over now as the main investor into realty here or something. Like Russians already investing way less, but Israeli people invest a lot. True, Rev, true. So here in Batumi is fine. A bunch of restaurants and stuff too. A synagogue. In Tbilisi also, I think. Better than 4 out of 10 indeed. Well, a lot of people who moved from the war now also kind of considering moving further because, yeah, there's going to be elections in October. So that's going to be interesting because if local people, if the current people win, then it's going to be like, you know, closing with Russia, which, I mean, and kind of turning to kind of more, you know, like authoritarian and stuff way, which obviously not a lot of people want. Especially those who kind of, you know, escaped from there. If it's gonna be new people winning, then it's gonna be kind of nice, more European direction, but they hate us even more. So there are probably gonna be like some visa requirements then implemented and a bunch of other stuff. So it's gonna just make us being here way harder and more annoying. So it's kind of, in a way, for at least, you know, like immigrants who are hiding, is going to be kind of a lose-lose situation. Would they be in Thai? Because of Abkhazia and Southern Ossetia, yeah. 2008 situation. And because people want to be, you know, people want to be with Europe. They don't want to go back where they, you know, pieced out from 90s, basically. They want to be with the West. Current government tries to kind of like maneuver. They try to sit on the both benches and to get, you know, benefits from both sides, while also in the same time getting a bunch of benefits for, you know, the yeah, that's the chain, that's the metal bridge, yeah. Getting some benefits for, you know, all the oligarchs and stuff in charge. Well, it's like it's the long-term conflict between like Abkhazia and Georgia and stuff. Yeah, and Russia is kind of, you know, taking one of the sides in that one. Let's put it that way. It's kind of like, what's the name? The like the nation. It's been going for decades, yeah. It's pretty much like what the Soviet Union caused them. They just got everyone together, deleted, erased, and redone a lot of borders and stuff, right? Moved around and mixed around a lot of people. Because, I mean, they weren't preparing for the fall, right? They were thinking it's gonna be forever since now. But when it actually fell, all those things that they did, all those, like, you know, changes in borders and stuff, and the creating of, like, different like combined states and stuff like that, that all kind of backfired hard and created a lot of, like, you know, those problems, basically, like what Armenia has with Azerbaijan, right? Georgia has with Abkhazia and Ossetia. I think like Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan, they also have some border, you know, disagreements there going. Then there was Transnistria. There's like, dude, there's plenty of stuff like that. Sort of portable, sort of, yeah. So yeah, new government kind of tries to sit on both chairs. Well, not new, current one. If they will win, then most likely Georgians will lose the visa-free entry to Europe. A bunch of support from US and everything, so that's gonna probably also be a bunch of this content. And if opposition wins, then it's gonna be good for Georgians, and I will be happy for them. But sadly, yeah, we're probably gonna become a way less welcome here, and we'll need like all the visas and other stuff. I just hope Bank's just not gonna ditch me. If that happens, I hope at least the bank and stuff will be fine. But yeah, other than that, like I would pick like Georgia over Armenia for sure. Like the places, the infrastructure is way better. Cuisine, just amazing. I'm gonna miss that shit a lot, dude. I'm gonna miss it a lot. Like nature and stuff is like more or less the same in both countries, really. Probably, Gustavania, probably. Uzbekistan cuisine, there are good stuff. There is good stuff for sure, absolutely. Like pilav and everything. See, it like makes like the water more like gray here on the camera. That's sad. Because it's like it's blue, dude. I mean, it is kind of like grayish, whitish, you know, but it's kind of blue. I think it's like Uzbekistan cuisine is like it's more well, every cuisine has some sort of like, you know, like kind of staples and directions. Like here it's gonna be like a walnut, plum, you know, that's got a cheese. Those are things that are like everywhere, and shitload of different spices. Uzbekistan cuisine, first of all, is gonna be zira. Zira, I forgot actually what. I think it's coriander seeds in particular. It's everywhere. Like I don't mind personally. Like my friend is like after eating it for a while. Like we had like really good like Uzbekian cafe back home when we were going like once or twice a week because it was really cheap. It's like for their own, you know, human. Yeah, it's human. I think pretty much it should be. Yeah. Like they're like working for their own, you know, for their own people pretty much, like taxi drivers eating there and stuff like that. And we just going there because like the food is really good there. And like after some time, like a lot of my friends were like, okay, what do I order that doesn't have the cumin in, because I can't handle it anymore, dude. Give me something without it. And everything has it, like everything. Pilaf has it, you know, all the soups have it. Their pastry has it, like everything has it. So like if you don't like that spice, you're gonna suffer there, 100%. Like in Georgia, at least it's like a bit of a diversity of spices. Like there are some that you can recognize somewhat. But other than that, there is like, first of all, they in general use like the mixes. There is like Meli Soneli, there is Utsho Soneli, there is like so many like different mixes of spices that are like added everywhere. Like everything is like very spicy, not hot, but like spicy as in like in terms of flavors. Yeah, they're different. Like there's like the only like, as I said, like the common tropes that you can feel is like the walnut. If it's like something with like some walnut sauce or some stuff, it's gonna be kind of similar. Like a lot of dishes that include something with like nuts is gonna be like similar in taste. Not bad, but like you know it already kinda. But there is like so many. It's just a variety, dude. Like Armenia also has some really good stuff. But like there's like not a lot of things that you kind of want to like, that I will be like, oh, I want to go and eat that. Like not really. Like here there's plenty. Like hinkali that I ate yesterday, the huge dumplings, like dude, any moment. It's beautiful. It's amazing. Like all the cheese pies, all the hachipuri, man. I love cheese. I love bread. I love pies with cheese and stuff. It's amazing. I love that stuff. Soups, I love soups, and they have like plenty of really good soups. Like Armenia actually in terms of soups was really bad in terms of like there was like most of the soups. I think pretty much like we went like to this like authentic place, right, with all the soups there. And I think there was like actual like authentically Armenian soups. There was like not a single one with meat pretty much. Like there was one with like the what was the name of that one? Sorrel, like the wild mountain sorrel. It's kind of like, it was interesting to try, but would I like just be like, I want that? Nope, not really. So like most of the soups that actually like with meat and like tasty, they are like like okay, without meat is also tasty, but like yeah, I kind of like soups like to be like kind of like filling, And here soups are amazing. Soups are like godlike here, absolutely. Like haracho, for example, is like is beautiful. Well, I mean, everyone pretty much like from like Soviet Union and stuff from those places, they know haracho. That's kind of like basic. That was everywhere in like all the cafes, diners and stuff back, canteens back in like Soviet Union and stuff everywhere. But here there's like way more. There is way more now. And there is way more. Even like there's like the chakapuli, I think. Chikirtma is really nice. It's like the chicken soup, but it's like kind of milky, creamy one. And like a lot of soups here, they like kind of empty, especially for like the Russian style of soups. Like Russian soups, especially for example, if my friend is cooking soup, Or when I remember I cooked soup, you can just like put, you know, like the spoon in and it's gonna be standing there because there's a shitload of stuff in. Here is like kind of like liquid. Like the chikirtma, for example, there is literally just like some pieces of chicken swimming there. Usually it's like actually like huge chunks, like literally just like a whole breast or like the whole, like, you know, like thigh, for example, there, just like swimming there. And that's it. Nothing else. Just the liquid. But it's tasty and it's filling because they use egg to make it like more thick and more filling, but to not make egg, you know, into like flakes basically because of the temperature. They use the plum, the local plum that is like really, really sour, and that adds acid that prevents, you know, like the whites and egg from flaking pretty much. What was the name of that one? The process I already forgot. I forgot. Was it? No, not the iteration. Different one. Basically, like, yeah, preventing the proteins from becoming solid there. So it stays liquid, but it's kind of thick and filling. And it's really nice. And it's really tasty. Alright, the classic Russian. I mean, depends what you consider, because there's like different. There are things that kind of considered classic by some people. Yeah, like something like borscht or something, right? Will be considered as classic or some stuff. But then there's people like who consider, you know, like some giga classic. Oh, there's a cow. There's the future cheese there walking. So it's kind of like some people do consider like even borscht, for example, with the where it was used not the what was its name? Not the beetroot, but like actually, you know, greens from the beetroot and stuff. Like, you know, like the super OG stuff. If we take super OG stuff, then I'm gonna be honest, like most of the people haven't even tried the most OG stuff. And that's the things you go to some like special restaurant just to try that shit properly. And the soup that is very thick, yeah, you should try some like borscht or something. Is nice. Or shi. That is also good. Or like the fish one, like cow or something. That's also always nice. And borscht you can find everywhere. Borscht is just like the pan-Slavic cuisine, you know. Like every Slavic country will say that borscht is their cuisine. And they all will be right. So you can try, they are all pretty much more or less themselves, huh? Minced meat meatballs in? Nah, that ain't borscht, dude. Why is it very thick? No flour, just a lot of things in. You go potatoes in, you go beetroot in, you go onions in, you go carrots in, you go meat in. So yeah, just a lot of things, huh? That's why it's thick. Like, it's not like the liquid is thick, it's just a regular, like, stock, basically. It's just a lot of things in. I see, portable, I see, yeah. No, I guess very nice. Yeah, cabbage. Cabbage kind of like more optional, but yeah, you can do that. If you don't add potato, for example, you could use cabbage instead. Potato is more kind of like modern stuff, obviously, because potato wasn't even, you know, a thing back in the day. But now potato goes in every Russian soup. It's all about nutrition. And here soups are kind of more or less empty, except for harcho. Harcho is like rice, tomato paste also, meat, a little bit of this like also like plum puree thingy, spices. It is really nice and filling too. I like that one. Harcho is really good. But here like literally like, you know, the staples basically like harcho, soup, khachapuri that I eat on stream. Well, it has many different forms and shapes, but the one I ate on stream is kind of like the meme one, I guess. It's kind of less convenient to eat though because of this like cheese boat stuff, you know, like eating it like that. But there are kind of more, you know, conventional ones that are kind of more like a regular pie, kind of like pizza and stuff, and you just like eat it normally with slices. If you want, there's just different styles. They're all good though. They all good though. And you have the himkari, the big dumplings. That stuff is also super good. It's still it's really good no matter what you put in. There is like the cheese hinkari, there is mushroom hinkari. I haven't tried potato hinkari. That sounds kind of like, I don't know. Probably also kind of nice, but like The mushroom ones were really good in the Tbilisi though. They have like tarragon with mushrooms inside. And that was really good because there was like a lot of tarragon and a lot of mushrooms, and they were like really tasty. Here when I tried mushroom ones, they were kind of like a lot of mushrooms, but like just kind of like, you know, nothing special, I guess. Just kind of like the mushroom taste and like, you know, like the button mushrooms, like the cheap stuff, the cheap mushrooms, not some sort of like, you know, fancy stuff there. And there's the botanical garden. There was like some cool stuff in botanical garden too. Potato is also there with French soup, I see. See, like the food here is like amazing. Like I gotta miss so many things. Like as I mentioned, like harcho, hachipuri, himkali 100%. Gonna miss a jahuri, which is like, well, that one is kind of like very like, it's literally just like fried potatoes with veggies and meat. But like, I don't know, they made it like in the way, it's also spices, I guess, obviously, right? The right spices. But it's like so good, dude. So good. And also when you eat here, the portions are huge and the prices are decent. So like when we go, like we kind of usually get some like one thing, you know, and that's it basically. If you get two, you're already gonna be like completely full, and you even need to kind of like, if you get like soup with something else, like soup and some like main dish, then you probably like it's gonna be not that simple to fit it all in actually. Like that hachipuri, for example, that I was eating, it'll be at the end of the stream. I actually will move there soon. Like that one, like I ate that one and it was like enough for me until like next day pretty much. Like the next day I just like kind of had a snack in the morning, and that lasted me also for a while. The giant pumpkin, the frozen ones are not that good though, to be honest. Like the frozen dumplings here actually suck. Like the well, maybe hinkali in particular frozen. Maybe some brands that might be good ones. But the actual dumplings, kind of like Russian dumpling style, you know, there are plenty of them. They have like full freezers of different ones. They all kind of suck. Like in Armenia, we found ones like manufacturing made that are really good. Here, my friend was basically going. There is like this like place also made by like pretty much like Relicans immigrants who just make like a lot of like frozen pilmeni and stuff like that. Like those are really good, but those are like handmade, and you kind of pay, you know, more for those, to put it mildly. So sometimes we were buying some, like maybe like 4 times, I guess we were eating them or something. But the ones from the store, not that good. Armenian ones were better. And kind of sausage also, like I would say sausage here, the smoked one and stuff like that. That sausage as in like wieners and stuff, like hot dog sausages, those are okay here. Sausage as in like, you know, like some salami and stuff like this. Armenia had better though, not gonna lie. Cheese though, cheese is like, dude, godlike here. Smoked cheese especially, like, man, it's something, dude. It's amazing. Like that one I will miss. Because there's a Suliguni cheese, like they do sell it at home, for example, right? Because the southern Ossetia is like the part of Georgia, well, supposedly, right? Should be. And northern is part of Russia. So like basically kind of like, you know, similar people, similar cuisine. So there is also Suliguni cheese you can get at home. But like the one you get at least in the store, maybe if you go there to Ossetia, maybe that's good there. But like once you get in the store, they're like not even close to local cheese. Like whatever I ate that is called hachipuri back home, like it was all like scam, you know. After this, I'm not gonna be able to. Oh, there's a cow also walking there. Like after that, if I ever get home and buy hachipuri there, like 900, like 900, not even 900%, I'm gonna be disappointed. Unless it's maybe some like, you know, kind of more fancier restaurant, maybe then I can get something good. But whatever I ate in all my life, and you know, hachipuri is pretty much kind of like one of those like basic things you can get in every like corner store, corner bakery. Like none of them are even close. And even in Armenia, which is kind of like close here, right? Like we got some hachipuri, that was not it. Not it at all. Like the cheese is not right, you know, and quite often cooked also kind of not really right and everything, so not the same. Not the same, man. But at least, you know, it's kind of as long as you know the situation will be kind of fine, then you know it will be nice to return the next day for some time in Georgia. It is tricky, obviously, also with the border crossings and stuff. The amount of like CBT we went through to get here, basically, it wasn't really like CBT. It was just kind of like you know a bit of a annoying experience with all this like interrogation on the border, and that's pretty much like every time you go. Pizza while we were there? Oh, like the store-bought pizza? Nah, not really. Store-bought we didn't. Store-bought we did. We only ate pizza once. And actually was like a few days ago, pretty much like a week ago. And that was Dodo Pizza, which is like the Russian chain. They have like pretty much stores in Armenia, pretty much stores here. That one was good. That one was good. But you still kind of like don't really even want to have hachipuri here. So you don't even want that pizza. So I'm going up here to this like little church inside the tree. So dull making you hungry? I see, I see. No, cheese, I don't think they use suluguni here. I didn't think so in pizza. I think they use the regular mozzarella stuff. They even make mozzarella here too, so... Yeah, I don't think they use that cheese on it. That cheese is like... The suluguni is not really like that crazy for the pizza usage in my opinion. And there it is. I wonder how the light was inside. The GoPro kind of catch it there. It kind of did, I think. Yeah. Yeah, that's inside the tree. This is like a huge, really, really, really old tree that got this like natural cavity inside that they made into this like small, well, I wouldn't say church even, kind of like the praying room sorta. But yeah, that's like the natural thingy. There's like a hole here, I think. Yeah, they just like get some like glass there also, so like the rain and stuff doesn't go in there. I was walking some more here. Then going already outside. Oh yeah, that's gonna be like the CBT there, dude. Yep, that's the CBT already. You can see by the angle and stuff.
Yep, that's gonna be a nice one. Time for the slope. Holy.
I fucking died there, dude.
Holy slopes.
Yeah, that was the natural
like snow,
camera angle.
And all this covered in ice. Oof.
And you hella mountain, it depends on the place. But yeah,
anywhere.
in Gyumri you don't have like the slopes like this mostly. In Gyumri, like the whole city is kind of like up in the mountains, so there's not like that crazy much of like some mega slopes there. Yerevan, yeah, Yerevan has like some dang slopes. Somewhere around there, I think you're gonna be losing it.
And that is far from over.
How much was it actually, I wonder? Started like somewhere here. 59. 259, like 40 or something. Yeah, I think this is where it was over pretty much.
Guest house here. Holy shit.
Yeah, like 7 minutes,
Why?
basically. Yeah, it was guest house there. Who's fucking going up there even?
Here?
Yep.
Dude. Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah, it was the worst one, probably overall my IRL
That's
streams in
quite a
general.
slope.
I think. Yeah, it was the worst one.
Not just the breath, it's also the legs even.
At Port Mountain Go, yeah.
Heart's dying.
Well, I mean, yeah, that was also kind of helping them again in the defense and stuff.
You know what's gonna be funny? There's no passage. That would be funny.
Yeah, thankfully there was passage though. Yeah, that slope was something there, no? 6 minutes of pain.
This the view in these houses is amazing. But going up here, and here you have like your own cable card here.
Yeah, this one for some reason didn't have a cable card. Kinda sad, yeah. Well, yeah, that's already pretty much up there though. Yes, the Bagirati Cathedral. Yeah, so this one was the UNESCO list. But yeah, well, I mean...
Listen now. I need a buff.
There it is, huh? See the mountain, yeah.
Oh yeah, I see why UNESCO they removed them from the list. You probably can also see. You can probably tell why. I wonder, why would we be removed from UNESCO list?
Yep. There it is.
Damn. Why don't they like us?
Yeah, for whatever fucking reason, they decided to build an elevator there. New one. And got removed from the list for modifying, you know, the actual UNESCO structure. And the girl also. It's actually interesting because like the bag here is like some like of our like pro government like stuff basically there. Like some the water.
Не, спасибо.
I don't know, like, what was that even? It's some berries or something she was washing there. What it tastes? I'm like, no, thank you. Yeah, the grocer bag with some, what's the name? Something, a convention pretty much, like back home. Like the youth convention for, you know. The enjoyers of current people in charge, I guess, let's put it that way. That was the berry, it was something else. I mean, I didn't even like notice it really. I just wanted to drink some water and I was fucking dying. I didn't really pay attention. I mean, there was the attempt to begin some like casual, you know, like small speak there or something. A small talk and stuff. I just kind of like, I'm busy. And no thanks. I was just climbing this shit for 6 minutes. Ain't nobody got time for that, dude. Huh? I want to see the views. I want to see the cathedral. No berries. Also, all the like this day, for example, like when the Mega Sun was really hot and stuff, and, like nothing burned. I mean, I didn't have a cap though, but still, like nothing burned. Yeah, then like but one Batumi stream here, rip, gun, face destroyed. Yeah, kind of like looking into some options also that like decrease, you know, the camera shake and stuff. But like, dude, like no one. Well, I mean, I understand why, but yeah, no one is doing the making cameras that are kind of like fitting for like IRL streaming like that. Like no one really does. It's like action cameras nowadays. Like everyone's still using the not ancient but 2018, if I remember correct, Sony camera, action camera. Everyone, like people buying them everywhere. People made like special, like there's a company, they made like a special cases for streamers now that like protect the camera basically. They just like everyone's just trying, they like people stockpiling those cameras and trying to make them last longer because it just has really good optical stabilization. Like it's superior. Like none of the modern cameras and action cameras got even close to that. Optical stabilization is dog shit. And no one really cares about it because why would you need optical stabilization when you have like such like huge, you know, like how you call them, like the matrices in the camera and stuff, when you can just like get like some omega pixels in and then just kind of like crop it and make it stable. But it's all digital, so it's like all digital stabilization. So for streaming, it's pretty much pointless. Like all this digital stuff, it applies when you record, when you like broadcast to HDMI and stuff, it doesn't really apply. So you need actual like proper optical physical stabilization, and no one does that nowadays. It's like nowadays people pretty much use like who can't get that, so those Sony cameras, people use either like GoPros like I do. And GoPros are like annoying in that sense. They pump new camera pretty much like every year or something. And they improve the stabilization and other things there, but like dude, I ain't buying every year a new version for that amount of money, you know. That's too expensive. Huh? Or people get like DJI action, but that also has some problems. It's also like new camera comes out, it is raw, you need to wait until they get like new firmware and everything for it, you know. And also another trend is a lot of cameras losing HDMI out completely. So like you can use them as the webcam just with USB, just plug USB in and it works. But like for this usage is garbage because the webcam mode usually has limitation in terms of FPS and resolution. So it usually works like shit. Like HDMI out is usually the best option. Another good option is RTMP when you like broadcast directly from the camera to like device where you like some people I saw use that. Like I'm in Discord where like all the IRL streamers discuss that tech stuff. And it's open, by the way. It's Bella Box. It's the device that provides the connection and stuff, that bonds multiple connection together and encodes also the signal from the camera. You can use it the way that you can like RTMP, like wirelessly from the camera onto the box, and then it broadcasts it already. Like you can do it apparently, but that a lot of that RTMP also apparently has issues on different cameras, so HDMI is still kind of the best shit. And no one does that anymore. Like all modern action cameras, except I think for like the DJI one and GoPro. Well GoPro went even smarter. Well, smarter for them, smarter. Worse for us. They pretty much like you buy GoPro, you can't do HDMI out. You need to buy separate device for 100 or something bucks where you put your GoPro Connect into it, and that will provide you HDMI out. So and then the DJI I think just has HDMI out. I'm not so sure actually. And everything else just doesn't even have it. Like no HDMI out for you at all. Like nope. And the interesting part, there is a DJI Pocket 3 right now nowadays, which is literally like handle with gimbal, right, stabilizer, with a small camera on top of it. So it also has like a display at the back part. On the handle, there's a display also to check. Like it's super cool. That would be really cool format because you have like everything in one. You have stabilizer, that like everything will be super smooth with that camera. Decent camera, you have the screen to preview stuff, but no HDMI out. Apparently people do you can use it through the USB, but apparently you lose frames, quality is trash, and like a bunch of other issues, dude. Some people use it with RTMP. I probably will ask, like, because I also tried to like search through that Discord, and like some people say it's okay, some people say it's garbage. Like, I don't know, because like, you know, it's quite an investment. Also probably like 500 or something for the camera, and I don't really want to. And another problem is also kind of like it's a whole device, right? It's a handle with stabilizer and the camera on top. Some people have like this like holders also on the strap of your backpack. That would be kind of nice. And RTMP would also allow you to pretty much just kind of like, you know, whip it out and just like film without cables attached. So that would be nice. That would be kind of nice if I wanted it low. Sure does. Sure does. And that would be stabilized. Like, I would love to have it stabilized because like I can see it's kind of shaky. I mean, some people kind of said it's all right. Some people even kind of like it, I guess, when it like, looks like, you know, kind of the walk-in actually, you know, immersion, I guess, or something. Alright, you guys, the money ready? Have a good one. Enjoy the food gear. Yeah, let's see how the connection was inside, actually. That's what I like about the Georgian, like, temples and stuff also. They kind of don't really... They don't mind. You can go in and film and everything. Like, whatever. Everything's pretty much fine and allowed. As long as you know, kind of like... respect the code. Yeah, if you're a lady, you need to cover your head. If you're a guy, you need to remove it. Like I removed my head, my cap there. And then you go in, can film and everything, no problemos, huh? That'll be annoying to restore, yeah. This is the Baghrati Cathedral. This is like, was it 10th century or something? Okay, there were some issues with connection and data. And this stuff is super ancient. And it wasn't UNESCO list until they decided to build a fucking elevator on the side of the building. Okay, it kind of died there for some second, I see. I hope it was not too long, because there was some dang stuff. Okay, it's fine. Nice, good. Like, I wonder if it did film the ding stuff there. I'll show you. But actually kind of decent quality, alright. I thought it would be like pretty bad inside. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. No idea, Blakey. No idea, actually. It could be maybe it was like some sort of like for kind of like partially for like reconstruction for construction works to make it easier to kind of like, you know, like move things or something. I don't know, but yeah, it's I don't know where even it goes. Like you don't really see the second floor here that much or something. So yeah, I'm not sure why exactly what they did with it. Yeah, what did they do there? No, there's no second floors or something even, like it goes all the way up until the roof there. No, here that maybe there is something there, kinda, I guess, but yeah, why would you need the fucking elevator there? Yeah, like watching, like I like watching is nice because like I see like having like more connections is good. Like with 3 SIM cards, for example, was quite nice. Then yeah, I really want to improve the camera stuff, dude. So it's a bit more stable. That would be beautiful. That would be really good. Stable and more convenient to kind of just like, you know, and I'm gonna order for sure though, no matter what. I'm gonna order the HDMI screen so I can like aim better, because like all this basically just I have it on my strap on my backpack and I don't see what you guys see at all, because like how the GoPro works, as soon as you plug in HDMI the screen just dies. Like it's either it doesn't like, you know, you can't do anything. I guess maybe there is some sort of like weird way modifications, like I don't know, on the firmware level, maybe even need kind of on like, you know, electronical level to make it happen. But I think it's just kind of like the processing basically kind of have a switch, like as soon as HDMI out, it just outputs HDMI, like no screen whatsoever. So I can't see shit. The only way for me is like to get the phone, launch my stream on the phone with like 30 seconds or something delay, and just kind of like, oh, okay, I guess I'm showing. Oh, that was the Shroud. Does it actually say Shroud of Turin there? Shroud of Turin. Yeah, I think it says. I don't think that's the one, probably. I kind of doubt it, unless it's like a piece of it or something. I don't think it's stored in Georgia. I mean, you never know though. Could be. There are some dank relics in Armenia and Georgia too. I think some of the dank stuff gonna be now. I think in the chest actually. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, it's fucking like bones and skulls of some of their saints, like encrusted with like gold and everything. Man, that's dank shit. Man, that's good. Connection was really nice actually. Feels good, man. I think that's the one, Blake. Yeah, I'm not so sure. There are multiple ones. I'm not sure if that's exactly the one. Yeah, the connection was dying when it wasn't really... when it wasn't important. Feels good. See, HDMI stuff would be nice. I have that little preview, kind of like the scope pretty much, so I can see what you guys see, so I can aim the camera better. It would be nice also to have like some more like flexible, you know, like kind of like connections, so I can like unplug the camera and just like use, you know, like manually just film something with it. That would be nice also. I mean, I kind of do have that, but it's not as good. It's not as good, And the backpack is also like, dude, my shoulder's dying with this backpack. Like on all this trip, pretty much, like my shoulders were dying way more than everything else. And it wasn't like the muscles, shoulders for the shoulder muscles. It was literally just like, you know, pain, you know, like the outside pain, I guess. Let's put it that way. If I wanted a little too much, even, I would say. Hey, Tentacle, hello. Camera is this? GoPro. Which one is this one? Was it 10 actually? I think it is 10, if I remember correct. I think it is 10. I can double check, but I think it is Hero 10. Yeah, GoPro Hero 10. Yeah, that's the cam. That's the cam. I was just talking about the cam, basically. I would love something better, but like there's like no really like options on the market. I want something better, not even like for quality. I think quality is actually kind of okay. Like the thing is like, the quality-wise, you're not getting bottlenecked by the camera with IRL streaming. You get bottlenecked by your connection and stuff, after all, and encoding. So camera, like you can get like some Amiga Sony camera, and with IRL stream, it's probably not gonna really matter unless you have some sort of like I don't know, like 10 different SIM cards plugged into your Bella box or something. If you have that, maybe you can handle some like a Giga camera. Otherwise, it's kind of like a bottleneck is a different place. But like the shakiness, yeah, like the shakiness, I would love to improve. Shakiness, I would love to improve. But yeah, that's just the basic GoPro with the media mode that allows HDMI out. Okay, 1 second. Is it that moment here? There's like ladies, like digging at the entrance, and there's like Chinese tourists going in. Oh. No, don't really hear it there. And they were asking, well, I mean, they speak Russian to all of them, right? They were like talking to me also, and they were also like not, you know, like going like China or something, going like China, help me. Yeah, this is gonna be just walking like kind of nowhere. Kinda nowhere. for now, just going from here. Yeah, basically there was a risk of me going down from that mountain again and then going up. So I decided to go kind of like some local streets pretty much, just to kind of maintain, you know, the altitude, so I don't need to go down and up again. Which was a good decision in the end. Yeah, basically, like, my shoulders were dying, like, just from, like, pain of these straps and everything on the backpack. And it's not, like, even super heavy loaded backpack, but when you walk like that for, like, 5 hours, shoulders are dead. They're all good next day, though. Like, it's not muscles whatsoever. It's just, like, literally just, like, pain from the fucking straps. So, like, better backpack would be... I was thinking kind of, like, loadout things, or, like, you know, like, this, like, vest with, like, a bunch of, like, pockets. Kind of, like, you know, like, the old, like, some, like, fisherman dude has or something like that, you know. Like, some sort of, like, a loadout vest, and maybe some sort of bag that I would be having, like, in front of me. Not the backpack, because backpack is, like... nice, but it's like you have no control over it, right? You can't really use it while you're streaming. You can't really like go and put your hand into some like section and like pull something out or put something in. It's kind of hard, right? So like in front is like safer. In front is more convenient. So kind of like some front bag probably, and some sort of loadout, so I can put like, you know, distribute the weight a bit better that way. That is true, Blakey. Yeah, with all the cables and stuff, that might be a little dank. I mean, I do already kind of have a bunch and like a fucking camera on top of me, right? See, it was going a little bit down there, but it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. And then it goes into the old park. A little bit up, but not that much. And then we went into the park. Yeah, Kutaisi kind of gave a little more like, you know, like Armenian vibe in the way, because there was a lot of like kind of like older cars, like a lot of like older Mercedes. Like they love them in Armenia, dude. They're all over the place there. Older Mercedes models everywhere. Some in really bad condition, some are actually like really good. Like we're like when we're getting taxi in Armenia, like quite often you just get like some Mercedes, and sometimes it's just like, dude, that's the shit, man. Some even with like the right-sided wheel there, like, you know, so like the export ones, it's like, I don't know, like the UK, Japan, something. Yeah, really nice, really nice. But some are just dead. And it's here the same in Kutaisi. In like Batumi, Tbilisi, for example, especially like Batumi, I feel like the cars are like way too good, dude. Fucking Teslas are well, not all over the place, but a lot of them. Because I mentioned on the last IRL stream, like if you see like Chinese car, for example, then most likely it's like someone who came from Russia on that car here. Because like they don't buy that here. They buy like cars from all over the place. But yeah, the Chinese ones you barely see here, except for trucks. Trucks and stuff are quite often Chinese already. And the choo-choo, indeed. Yeah, this kind of like the Kutaisi, this park was kind of... Actually, it's kind of similar to the one in Tbilisi. I'll switch that video also soon. I just like scroll through some of these. Scroll through some of these. But yeah, I will probably look into the DJI Pocket at some point if I'll manage to get that one to work. I was thinking about just getting some sort of like a gimbal stabilizer for GoPro, but I don't know if it'll work that good. Because like I would need to kind of also again attach it somewhere, so most likely to the strap or something, or like kind of like the shoulder. Like it's kind of like a stick basically. So the backpack strap is probably the only way, and I will need to kind of like jury rig some like little, you know, way to connect it myself probably. And I don't know if it'll be that good, because like if stabilizer is not, you know, connected kind of stably to something, you know, that is not like super shaky and stuff, then there's like kind of no point in it, I feel. Because it's not gonna be like stabilizing that good if you're not like kind of firmly holding it somehow. Yeah, there were some old actually GoPro stabilizers. There was one that you could actually connect to shoulder, to like the forehead, like everywhere you want. But they stopped doing those apparently. Like it was like out in like 2018 or something, or even earlier, and like with newer GoPros it doesn't even work, even if you can find it. So I was kind of thinking about it, but we'll see. Getting the ticket for the cable car, eh? Yeah, don't need no attractions, dude, or something. Just take a cable car. Both transport and attraction there for you. Easy life. It's kind of interesting. Sometimes like in the mountains, actually connection goes worse. And with the mountains around, quite often that was actually working really good. Especially like in Tbilisi, for example, in Botanical Garden, it's kind of like sort of like mountains from both sides and like canyon almost of sorts. And I was afraid that there's gonna be issues with connection there. Nope. I think that their connection was actually perfect compared to some other places. When I was on top of one of those like side mountains on the side of Botanical Garden, there I had issues with connection. When I was down there, no issues. The old school one. The manual doors and stuff. All still working and running. If it works, don't fix it. Yeah, I guess. Well, the funicular that I took in Tbilisi, for example, that one actually even said how many people are supposed to be in there. And like, especially when we went already with my dad, right? When like we're the next day after I streamed there, I basically took my dad also to like, well, like the best places I guess I visited also on stream that are kind of must visit sorta. Then I was like, let's go on the funicular also. Like I already have the card to use there as a ticket, so let's go there. And that evening, there was a shitload of people in. Like, there was everyone was just like standing already. Like, that was way more people than like kind of, you know, recommended capacity. So, and they do be running in an interesting kind of, an interesting mode here, I guess. You know, a little bit of an overload mode, I guess. Down we go. The windows, sadly, not the cleanest ones, though. Not the cleanest ones, though. Yeah, Kutaisi was actually also really cool. Kutaisi is kind of like something... Well, first of all, there's an international airport there that has like a bunch of... like low coasters. Wizz Air flies there, for example. And yeah, it's kind of like... smaller, more kind of chill compared to Tbilisi, and it's cheaper than Tbilisi in terms of food and everything, and hotels and stuff. So it's kind of nice to start maybe, or to finish, or just do Kutaisi, for example. But Tbilisi obviously is like way dinker. And to be honest, they all kind of like 4 hours basically ride apart, so pretty much everything. Like Tbilisi is in the middle, which is also kind of, I guess, a good part. You can go to pretty much any part of the Georgia from Kutaisi, like pretty reasonable in terms of time. Like to Batumi, 4 or 5 hours. To Tbilisi, 4 or 5 hours. To Borjomi, probably also around 4, I guess. I did really like it though. Like Old Town is really good. Like you go outside, kind of close to the outskirts. That's kind of already more like, you know, this kind of like gives you more of this like Soviet vibes there a little in a way. with the architecture and the buildings and stuff, and kind of like, you know, the way of life around there. But like Old Town was really nice, really cozy. Well, I mean, I just arrived to Old Town basically and can stream from there a bit. Like Georgia in that sense, like Old Towns in all Georgian cities are really cool. Like super cool. Like Moscow, for example, Old Town is also kind of like nice, but not to this extent. Like this is way cooler. Like it's kind of like, I guess Moscow Old Town already also kind of modified quite a bit. Like it's like, you know, like wider streets and stuff like this. It's kind of like different feeling. Like here Old Town just feels kind of like those like cozy little streets everywhere. Kutaisi, Batumi, Tbilisi, like all of them, and all this kind of like, you know, like the slopes and stuff, they kind of add to the atmosphere way more. It just kind of like looks way cooler than just, you know, like the streets on the equal ground, equal terrain. It just feels way better. Okay, there was the burger spot. That one we haven't tried yet. That one actually is not in Batumi. Actually, no, this one, was a chain? No, this I think some local one. It was like Big Beat or something it was called. Something like that. The decent amount of people there sitting too. Oh, it did show the donut back there too. Oh, that one I guess did not show in the chat, or I missed or something. There it was. It's one of the Rioni River. Yeah, in the residence of the king is back then on that Rioni River. The entry was closed though. Couldn't go there. I went to check. Couldn't go there. It doesn't really look like anything fancy though. Just kind of like, you know, some average looking house sorta in Georgia. But yeah, that was actually the residence of Georgian kings back in the day. On the river. Yeah, then when it was closed there. And then we went with the streets. Yeah, the Kolchis fountain I think also was there. Well, they were washing the fountain though. When I was there, it was turned off and they were actually cleaning and washing it because it was actually quite dirty already. So we didn't see it in all its glory, I guess. As in general, a lot of like repairs, a lot of like restoration, renovation, stuff like this going, which is good though. That is nice. That is very nice. Like it's way better with that. Way kind of like way more common in Georgia compared to like Armenia, for example. And Armenia, especially like Gyumri, for example, has like some really nice places and stuff, but a lot of them are in really bad shape. They do be fixing it though. They do be fixing, but feels kind of like in Georgia they do it faster and better. Faster and better. Sekutaisi, I do recommend them. Well, obviously Tbilisi is always also very poor. Batubi is nice where we are right now. Even though, I don't know, kind of like, in terms of sightseeing, I guess Old Town is also kind of cozy though. Yeah, some tagging, ruining the graffiti, shaking my SBH. And the fountain, I think, after this somewhere. Yeah, the fountain is also kind of like in the middle of the road. Like this is like the circle road pretty much. So you can't really like get to it without like crossing the road, and there is no like proper, you know, pedestrian crossings really. So just watch it from the distance. And when you like drive around, I guess. But yeah, well, you can see it's quite dirty, and that was exactly the time they were washing it. It was like off. I'm like already turned it off, but I hear the water somewhere, so I'm just like going around and seeing where the water is. Then the water was basically just dudes using the carriers and everything just to wash it. Yeah, there it is. Do a little cleaning. And then I went, and that's when I grabbed some food there, yeah. That one saw someone finally in over 4 hours mentioned that I have the no SD card and no battery. And until then no one actually did. No one actually even minded that there is that stuff all stream. And this when I turned it off. Let me see actually. Oh, they didn't have Hinkali there actually. I wanted to see to compare the prices for Hinkali and stuff, but I don't think they had them. I don't think they have them. Yeah, I don't think so. Hachipuri was kind of okay priced though, especially compared to Tbilisi. I think it was alright, especially since Hachipuri here was actually probably like the best I ate so far. It was really good, huh? And this is where I think I realized and turned it off. I realized and started messing with it soon. And then we managed to turn it off in the end. Oh yeah, they already brought some of the food, and I was already messing with this stuff. Yeah, there goes the Hachipuri, man. Here it was like really good. Like they got all the edges are also like filled basically with cheese. Because sometimes you get it like the crust is like, you know, the crust is just bread. You usually kind of need to pay some extra, and then they kind of like scrape the bread from there, and it's like full of cheese. This one kind of was only one version, and I got it, and that was actually good. That was very nice. There's only one thing I kind of like learned already later, though, how you suppose to eat it. Actually, waiter asked me like, do you know how to eat? I'm like, sure, bro. Live here for a while, you know. Yeah, it's like full of cheese there even inside. And it was quite hot. Oh yeah, apparently when you're eating like the juice and stuff, there's like the bottom part left. So you're supposed to kind of like just like tear all of this apart from here, and then the middle you just basically kind of like roll, you know, and just eat it like this. That I didn't know. Didn't really need it here, to be honest. Like it was like such good, you know, like such well-made one with such good cheese that it didn't really spill a bit. Like I pretty much ate everything, and like the plate was like clean almost. But in some places you can eat it like this, and it all kind of like, you know, like spills, melts, floats all over the place. And here it was completely fine. The mark from the phone there for the whole day. Oh, there it is, dude. This stuff is good, man. Like anywhere else is like almost anywhere else is not the same. Like, that's gonna be something that I will miss. Mostly because of the cheese, of course. Yeah, in other places, like back home, for example, they don't cook them right. They don't cook them right most of the time. The cheese is not good. The hachipuri itself, not really. And this region, this one in particular, is actually kind of like a specialty in here in Batumi. It's like the Ajarian one, and we are in Ajaria. It's kind of the specialty here. But this one was like the best so far, I think. I feel this was the best one ever. The Yakuzine and stuff. Boy, I'm gonna miss that. Yeah, they ate it and there was like nothing. Like all the plate is pretty much... Yeah, plate is pretty much clean there. And like nothing there. That was a really nice one. It was a really nice one. Really well made. Yeah, I was all in the Kutaisi there. You know, I just kind of like the back. I just like launch it in the background, not just to kind of watch and react to my own stuff. But yeah, it's just a bit of a background stuff there. A bit of a background. Nice hachipuri there, indeed. I guess we can, one sec, just like scroll real quick through. Or just launch rather the Tbilisi one. And just for it to be there. Just for it to be there. Yeah, like it kind of like the same color almost as the Rioni River, even though like, yeah, in Tbilisi that is the actual color that you see, you know, in real life. In the Kutaisi, the Rioni River was like, it was like beautiful, it was blue. It was completely blue. It feels like the shakiness is even harder here today, holy. That actually might be also because like my legs were hurting and stuff, and I was kind of like... First, my legs were like not in there, and then after some time I kind of like worked them in and it got a little better. And it maybe got a little better there. That was going through the market there, right, I think? When they were selling all the used stuff. I think I paused. Oh, yeah, this one. Yeah, where they were like selling a bunch of like old cameras there and stuff. There was some like axes and everything there too. Can buy anything, dude. One of the churches. Even underground passage there, I think, then didn't lag or anything. Yes, Parliament. There were some people already protesting there. I guess they kinda do quite often. 26th of October gonna be probably a lot more fun too. But yeah, it feels like it shake you way more. I need to mess around with the settings a little bit. I think a little bit of hyper smooth and stuff probably still works even digitally. Up until the Starfield DLC mostly negative. Well, one of the things is the DLC was a part of the edition that a lot of people bought. So like you don't need to specifically buy the DLC to say that it's bad. So I think that partially kind of played a role. Like a lot of people got DLC who kind of weren't really interested in it. And yeah, I mean it's the same as the main game. And the same as the main game, so people who did like it, they kind of fine with it. People who didn't like it, then well, they didn't like the DLC either. And another big problem with that also is that it was like 30 bucks, I think, or something. So if you actually bought it, then probably wouldn't be happy because it's like just a couple of hours of main quest there. And again, also, you know, in the recent Toad's Manor, it was like, you know, it's about exploration, man. So not a lot of like actual, you know, questing and stuff, but you kind of have a lot of things to explore. Well, man, like, to be honest, in Starfield, you already have a lot of stuff to explore. You don't need to add more. Yeah, overpriced cut content sounds about right. Yeah, like the price is still too much. The price is too much for sure for what it is. But yeah, that shaking is way worse. Holy shit. I need to check the hyper smooth settings, man. But yeah, that's still also kind of part of the thing about the having some stabilizer and stuff. Yeah, it was the Liberty Square. That's the Liberty Square. $30 for too much. Yep. Better than base Starfield quality wise, but still kind of quite expensive. Still kind of quite expensive. Got Shivering Isles for that price. I don't think it was $30 though, that's the thing. Like back in the day, DLCs were like 10, $15. Like for $30, I don't even remember if the Bloodborne DLC, how much was it? I think it was like 20 or something, wasn't it? Even though it was 2 DLCs and 1 technically, I don't think it was 30. No, I don't think it was 30. I mean, I doubt it. Maybe I'm wrong though, but yeah, I don't think back then in general there were DLCs for $30. Like I think New Vegas DLCs were like $10 or something back then. Dude, yeah, I need to mess with the settings of Hyper Smooth. Holy, that seems way worse now. Well, seems way worse, man. Going uphill again, my favorite. Oh yeah, let's go to the funicular, right? Yep, that's the one. Shivering Isles back then was for $30. Holy shit. Damn, they already were milking it back then. That's the Funikodora. I think it says somewhere, well, it says up there. I don't think I probably didn't film it there. A bunch of waiting gear. Like I said, how many people supposed to be there? And at some point I remember there was way more people. $30 for Shivering Isles Warfare? I mean, I guess. Think a lot of people getting in. Yeah, way up I kinda didn't have a good spot. Way down though. Way down I yoink a good one. Way down I yoinked a good one. True, the true. Connection are kind of derping though, on the way down I think especially. Yep, and on the way up too I guess in one spot it was kind of pipega. Yeah, way down I did get a good spot though. So I did stream that one well. I did stream that one way better. Way better. Way better. But yeah, this trip was really nice. This trip actually was kind of budget friendly. This trip was actually in the end quite budget friendly. I think totally I spent basically on like the hotels and transport around Georgia. Basically $100 I think. That was pretty much like what, 4 days? And kind of together with my dad for the last days too, sort of the hotel and the train back home. Then yeah, food kind of like I didn't really spend much on food too. Until Dad arrived, basically, I just like ate this hachipuri, right? Which was like, well, I think hachipuri plus the mineral water was probably like $20 lari, so like $7, I guess. And That was probably most expensive stuff. Then I ate probably like kubdari 2 times, maybe 3 times. Oh, then connection here was complete though, actually, holy. That one was 5. And yeah, like some water here and there, you know, that kind of stuff. So like I wasn't really like even spending that much on food. I wasn't even. Yeah, like the very last bit got PP good there. Okay, that was the middle of the road also there. Station. Okay, the way down was way better. It's like all this like trip here was actually not bad. Yeah, like every step is basically the Monka shake here. Yeah, I'll mess around with the hyper smooth settings there. So they actually do kind of apply to some extent at least. I'll need to check, test different ones. Yeah, different levels of like smoothing like that. I need to try. Yeah, we went there later too. And all on the feet. So like this way, not this. How was it? So this bridge, yeah. I think yeah, this way, there, up here, then down, all the way there. Oh, just like park walking. Oh yeah, I got the Ferris wheel there. Ferris wheel kind of was like not that crazy poke though, because in Ferris wheel you adding like, I don't know, couple dozen meters, I guess, right? But it already doesn't really add that much of a difference to the view because you're already on the mountain there. It doesn't really improve it much after. Oh yeah, and here I restarted the GoPro, right? And that's when it actually got the... Oh wait, yeah, the hyper smooth. I turned it back on here, and that actually like way better here. Holy, okay. It does make the quality, unless it's a connection though. Like this way without it does seem kind of like more crisp, I guess. Kinda, not like much more, but still. And then this is where I enable. No, not here. Somewhere here. This is where I enabled it. Yeah, that's way better. I think it also gets kind of crisp when I get the good connection though. Yeah, that's probably because the connection is trash here. Yeah, so the hyper smooth does actually, yeah, here it's kind of decent enough when you start moving and stuff, I guess. Man, having the physical stab would be nice though. The stabilizer would be good. But need to figure it out. If I can get the DJI Pocket and get the RTMP with it, and if it actually works decent enough, then it might be nice because it has the embedded stabilizer and stuff. But yeah, I was like restarting for hypersmooth and the no SD card returned, and again no one told me until like few hours in. Someone actually I think it was Blakey, told me when after restart and I turned the hypersmooth on, he said that nothing really changed in terms of shakiness. I clearly see the difference, 100%. Stabilizing did indeed work. It does make it better. It's still kinda shaky though. Still kinda shaky. That's where the physical stabilization would be required now. Have more color in the city would liven it up? No, this city is kind of good enough in terms of color. It's just the weather is just dog shit though. Just the gray, gloomy weather. Yeah, Belize is good enough in terms of color compared to like the Gyumri, for example, or something. Belize is pretty good in that sense. Because from this from this distance, obviously, you don't really like see it that much. But no, it's actually quite nice. So here I managed to get myself, yank myself the... I was just waiting there for the next one, specifically so I can get a good spot. This is where I need the HDMI thing though, so I could aim better. Because I was sitting in a really bad fucking way. Can I see, can I show somehow how I got the spot there? So you guys get the better view, but it still was kind of aiming a little too high there. Yeah, like this thing. Probably not going to be visible later. Yeah, then you kind of don't really see it. Well, kind of, like, I guess. Going in. And this sitting in. Yeah, like a little too high aiming here. Like the slope is too dank. So there's like two of these there. And like when I was normally sitting, like the camera was pretty much like looking right into them pretty much. So what I did, there's a third one like this at the bottom. So I pretty much like put my knees on the third one there, on the metal one. So I was like standing on my knees on the metal like bar there, just so I can kind of like get over these two bars and put the camera there over them. But it still ended up a little too... aimed a little too tall here at times. And I couldn't really aim that. And I was also standing on those knees for way too long because I like took the spot, got in the position, and then I just like didn't really realize that we're gonna be waiting for a while until it actually starts. So my knees were destroyed there. I guess yeah, at least in the end I kind of got it a bit lower though. Feels good, but still not good enough. And then there's also some connection losses on this place. It's cursed, man. It's cursed. I was kind of like aligned with the Holy Trinity Church, like exactly in front of you. Yes, if I would have HDMI, I would probably aim it a little lower there. I would be able to see, but yeah, connection there in these places wasn't really good. Feels bad, man. And then it returns with kind of shit bit rate. Hurry. They were lucky. They were lucky, man. But yeah, I'm gonna get myself like the HDMI pass-through screen. So I'm gonna be like basically screen HDMI goes in, HDMI goes out. So I'm just gonna plug it between my camera and Bella box, so I can actually see what you guys see finally. Unless I'll get a different camera, we'll see though. Problem is like GoPro is kind of nice. It's just that yeah, the stabilization. Well, the only better stabilization you can achieve probably actually with like the gimbal. So either need like to get a stabilizer physical one for GoPro, which will be kind of tricky to just like put somewhere on you when you walk around. Like constantly walking around with stuff in your hand is like not really convenient, tiring also because like these streams were like pretty much 5 hours each. So like your hands, your arms will be dead after that if you're just not gonna touch it to you. Then it's also kind of like, you know, just attracting more attention to yourself. And the less noticeable, the better. You know, it's just kind of like, not even from like kind of like the criminal stuff, even that too, of course, but like, you know, in general, just like when you're not on the move and when you have like something too visible, it's just kind of like either gonna be some people like some asking something, or it's gonna be like, you know, people seeing the tourists and trying to ask for some bodies and stuff, you know, happens sometimes. The main lesson from all the IRL streaming so far is just like you don't stop, you just go, just constantly move. You stop to talk with someone, that's a mistake already. Most likely whoever is He's asking you something, or like, you know, addressing you. Most likely they just want to sell you something, or to ask some for something. Basically, most of the time. Just go and mind your own business. No problems then. So you're having something like too noticeable in your hands and stuff all the time. Not the best idea. Yeah, in some places it's like literally just like asking for problems pretty much. Here it's actually in terms of like safety, like criminal stuff, it's like it's really nice. Georgia and Armenia both basically. Pretty good, I would say. Both pretty good. I think Georgia even especially kinda. In that sense, pretty good. The insect on the window? Yeah, there is something there. Not sure. Not sure. Could be. Could be. Man, yeah, it's like it reconnects, but it takes a while to kind of like, you know, get the bitrate built up again. So it's like even though like disconnects actually not that often, they kind of ruin the quality anyway later. Because it takes a while to kind of like get the quality back to normal. Unlucky. Oh, yeah, that's the connection problems. I have the three SIM setup though, so gonna be a bit better. Well, it was kind of. There are still issues though. There are still issues sometimes with connection quality. Nothing you can really do with it. Yeah, with Hypersmooth is like way better. I do feel that without it, the quality was like a little bit more crisp though. I need to look into it because I think Hypersmooth basically kind of like crops the picture, right? And that's how it kind of like stabilizes it, just removing the places where it's most visible, sorta. Kind of crops it and automatically makes it. And that's probably also like part of the reason it becomes less crisp, because it's like this is still probably 1080p resolution there, so it kind of like, you know, like crops the 1080p and then kind of like stretches back to 1080p, I assume. So maybe I should try to put like higher resolution. I actually then might try to like stretch it back to higher resolution. But I mean, I guess whatever, as long as the quality is good. Need to test a bit. Need to test a bit. No, this one like this actually way better. It's kind of like also like outskirts, you know. This is like not some crazy dink spots here yet. I think here around this place, I'm gonna be getting to Liberty Square, I think, and stuff again. Somewhere there. Then the nose disconnecting stream. But it's like more kind of like the touristy areas and everything. There was some good stuff there already. I think I was walking through one even. Well, yeah, actually, maybe I think I'm approaching that one. Maybe. It's kind of getting a little darker, not yet, but kinda. Sound like all the lights and stuff. Turning on. It's interesting. All the stuff is fine, and there was like one thing that was blinking like crazy. Someone has like different frequency on their like currency conversion thing or something. Sign. So the lights flickering there. This is not perfect in shakiness, but actually kind of not too bad though. That I think is kind of tolerable at least. Oh yeah, that's like the restaurant street there. Literally just like this like tight line between the cafes and everything. Yeah, there is a lot of like places like this, like closer to center and everything. A bit cramped here, yeah, I agree. Especially in the evening, probably when there's a lot of people. That's probably a little too much. A little too much there. And that's the peace breed gear. It's still kind of like mind using the gloomy day though, like everything is kind of like gray. Everything's kind of gray. And that's where I was removing the SD card stuff. Again, realized after a couple of hours. The IB stand for on the on this one? Oh, not sure actually. Some company maybe advertising. It's like the square meter actually, by the looks of it at least. Oh yeah, that's where the clip was made. Yeah, didn't even need to scroll there. There it is. Boom. Classic, classic. And there is the one. A realtor business? Ah, I see, I see. Selling some apartments and stuff. The usual. And the Giga Underground passage there. People coming to help. Oh, there was like the also kind of like the kids their age passing by. I see, Quack, I see. Would just let you down on the ground. Yeah. Well, I mean, there was like even police passing by. They didn't really care. Yeah, this underground passage was also like perfect connection. Okay, I jinxed it a bit. I guess I jinxed it a bit. Almost perfect. Almost perfect. Now, this kind of street art and graffiti I don't really mind. This I don't really mind at least. These I don't really mind. I see, Quack, I see. Yeah, most likely. The realty business is like going crazy. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they're advertising hard there. Alphabet looks sick, yeah. They don't have any capital letters, actually. There's no capitalization in Georgian language. All letters are the same. It's kind of dank when they like send you something, you get some text, and in some text they kind of like send you, I don't know like why exactly actually, but they send you like the like transliteration, like the things written in Latin in English, but Georgian words. And you kind of like see everything is like without with nothing in the capital. Like what is this, dude? That looks weird. I think Giga Hotel there. Like my dad, we were passing there. My dad was also like photoing all this stuff. It's like some balcony dankness also there going. Some super decorations there. Oh damn, the Volga. I didn't notice it back then even. There's like one of the few, especially in Tbilisi, that was really hard to see, like some Russian cars there, the old ones. Yeah, that was the Holy Trinity Church. That was, but easy. Yeah, that one I also could just like enter, no problems. No problemos. Oh, the connection in there. That's kind of dark. Let's see how the cam handle that. This one was quite dark. Oh shit, Lovergot. Welcome back to the dungeon. Thank you, sir. Thank you, man. Thank you, thank you. How are you doing, man? How's life? Yeah, this one has like the dress code stuff. Proper attire for entry. Just removing my cap. And they actually have like this like basket there. You could get like the piece of cloth basically, so ladies could like, you know, cover their heads there. That's like the only rules. Other than that, photo, whatever you want to do. There was like some fucking kid that was like super loud, like holy shit. I think probably we'll be able to hear. Everything's silent. I also try not to yup here. Oh, there it is. You hear it. The fucking cleric beast. In the distance. Okay, yeah, connection was in the stellar there. I think like somewhere there he was like super loud. He's also like doing something with like some of the like the not the icons I guess, but like with some other like, you know, part of pretty much kind of like the church. Okay, yeah, connection was really bad. Yo, yeah, there it is. It was just like pushing something, they're shaking like dude, and like no one was saying anything, you know, kid. Should probably exercise just in case, you know. Uzbekistan soon, yeah. I was more also kind of like the relics there, but yeah, I can't see shit here, too dark. Screams in the church, yeah. The kids here are like, you know, everyone loves kids, so like kids can do whatever pretty much. And no one's gonna say anything. See what did I say? But yeah, Uzbekistan very soon. Very soon. Sorting out some more like bank adventures now. But yeah, we supposed to already kind of move out 18th the latest, but we can potentially move out like 17th because we need to go to Tbilisi also on the 5-hour train. And then from Tbilisi, we take in a flight to Tashkent, Uzbekistan. That's gonna be the new destination. There's still one more IRL stream next week, Tuesday, I plan, but it supposedly will be really bad weather, so I update on Monday on schedule probably. How am I gonna do it? Because I kind of want to take a couple of days off, so I need to deal with this bank stuff. Like Monday morning, I might start a bit later even because bank opens at 10. So I'm just gonna go there to the opening and hopefully, like, you know, bother them enough to deal with my shit finally already. Because like since Wednesday, nothing changed. And there's not that much stuff left already. It's like I just decided kind of like to open the private account also on in the same bank where I have my Corpa account, and looks like they fucked up something with database or something. So my Corpa account kind of like is not accessible with the app anymore, kind of blocked. Yeah, well, the private one is fine, so I'm gonna figure that out now. What the fuck did they what the fuck did they do there? So they fixed that. Yeah, it's interesting that like actually in Kutaisi, which is like a smaller city and everything, in the on the mountain, in the ancient, you know, 10th century cathedral, like connection was way better than in the very capital and the modern church. That's also cathedral, I think, though. Holy Trinity Cathedral. Yeah, that's when I was wrapping it on the day one. Let's scroll real through a day two real quick. Kind of like checking also how things, you know, went in general, quality wise and stuff. It's on my YouTube channel. All of these on my VOD YouTube channel. I uploaded all the VODs on YouTube for convenience of, you know, browsing. Yeah, this would do with hypersmooth too, so it's kind of actually tolerable. I was pretty much going first in the same direction, in the same place. This is where the kid fell on the previous stream, on the previous video. It's gonna go into like Avlabari district, which is like Armenian district. There's some churches and stuff there, but they actually were kind of like nothing crazy impressive in the end. So I went to this one. This one was more dank. This is also a really ancient one. And then yeah, then we go all the way up there. It's still kind of gloomy, but then it got kind of better later, thankfully. That was already like plus 17 or something there in Tbilisi. We're here already 2 weeks after this, basically. And like Monday gonna be plus 31. Nights kind of get already kind of fresh though. I'm actually happy. I'm sleeping like so much better now. It's crazy. Like I sleep so good. Because in summer here in Batumi with the humidity, oh boy, that's the worst part. That's really bad. That's way too hot. And then it was already quite fresh. And now probably even colder. Well, actually probably around the same. Probably also I guess like 17 or something there. Yeah, so this is the fortress. I assume if you go through here, you still kind of can climb over somewhere or something, because from there, entrance that was closed. But I saw some people on the fortress, and clearly like not, you know, workers or something, so I guess they kind of managed to get up here somewhere and got on it. The next day with my dad when we were up there also. Some people also were on the fortress, even more people, so they kind of found the way, and that's the thing, like you want to see some things here, like sometimes you kind of need to, well, that was like later down in the stream. You need to do some PP whooping and stuff. A lot of things, especially in the botanical garden, like a lot of stuff closed because, you know, like some stonefall potential. Cable card. There's already a newer one compared to like the Kutaisi one. There's another one. There's a turtle lake there also. So maybe we'll have some other places also to check next time. There's always something to find in cities like that though. No matter what. No matter where you are. They always have something to watch. Just might need to kind of go a little deeper, you know, into doing a research on what to watch. And then you always can find something. The curse of the connection, man, every time. Every time. Yeah, this is already all automatic, all new compared to how it was in Kutaisi there. This is all nice. But that was good view, like from the mirror. Should look up there more. Or with HDMI, I would be able to see. I would be able to see. And yeah, now Uzbekistan gonna be IRL in spring. For now, gonna be just like, I'm kind of looking forward already to it. Just moving, settling down, and then I'm just gonna be like fucking streaming, gaming for like months basically through all the winter and stuff with Boomerathon, you know, all the good shit, man. I can't wait. Just go kind of gaming DJ mode on stream with like no day offs and stuff. Let's go for a while. I'm down. I need to catch up to all the games and stuff. The backlog, And those hell, who knows? Who knows? Gonna be a whole bunch of gaming. Kinda sad I'm gonna be missing like a bunch probably on next fest though due to the move. Kinda timing not the best, I'll need to keep it in mind. When we stay something in plan, to maybe not to align with next fest too much. Perfect would be to move before somewhere. If you move in, to move before, or at least have some good like time buffer after. Because next fest is always quite busy with stuff. Churches upon churches, man. So many. There's like one, two. And that's, I guess, kind of like a small part of it too. But yeah, like two just there. Getting the Giga Keys there and everything. Yeah, like near the statue, for example, connection was dying for some reason. Couldn't even really like film the statue much. The statue is better. It's better to observe from below. Because here's like this like a little platform and the statue is super tall, so you can't even like really watch it get there. That actually I think is the platform, right? Am I on it? No, I think so. In front of the statue. Oh yeah, and did try to get the camera up there. Kinda. Kinda did. Yeah, can't even like see it here. In any way, I did try. Just completely disconnected there. Yeah, this is where the botanical garden is. So I was kind of afraid the connection gonna be dog shit there. If like up here, it was kind of sometimes bad. Thought down there it will be disaster. Well, ended up being all good. Yeah, first I returned for these bad boys. That shit was overpriced as fuck there though. That was kind of nice though. That was kind of nice. This camera was alright on this one. Nah, here I guess was a little too high though. Then I got it. Feels good. See what I say. Yeah, we're alrighty. For the price though, kinda a bit too dank, but not bad, not bad. It's pretty much kind of like the, what's the name? Your regular cinnamon bun, but like with ice cream and some fruits. Like overall pretty good. Yeah, the farming the tourists hard there, dude. Yep, the fortress closed now. It's the sausage inside. Nice. It's basically was the name. It's like the special like skewer sort of. So like, you know, there's space inside basically. So it's just like empty inside and they can put some filling in. Coffee probably wasn't really visible there, right? I guess. Some Turkish coffee. Yeah, I guess camera wasn't that low there. Yeah, the sand coffee. Covering everything. Them tourists everywhere. Trying to figure who gets how much sugar and everything. bit visible. Still need to go a bit lower there. Ah. Knew it. Yeah, you can see just like raising there. Oh, whoop. Done. That was actually really good coffee though. That was really nice. Like, not a lot, but it was tasty. That was really good. The Turkish coffee on the Sid, always nice. And down at the botanical garden. Now wait to make a bad Turkish coffee. Well, only when it, you know, when it runs out. when you overcook pretty much and it's all over the place. I guess that way. I guess that way. Oh yeah, the butcher's, what was that? A butcher's something. I forgot. Couldn't see that. Paused перед gear. Oh yeah. While taking the photos and stuff. Gotta wait for that. Buying AK there, yeah. The TikToking and photo and Instagramming. That briggy was really nice. So very PP hoppy, actually, how it was on the camera. Felt pretty good to cross. Actually, not that bad. I feel like it was actually maybe even more stable than just walking on the ground there. Compensates, you know. More or less the same. Yeah, the hyper smooth actually does work. I need to set the tune and to set it better though. It will be better, but still, some even more stabilization would be good. That would be really nice. The waterfall fiesta. There was a small one. From under the bridge. Then there was the criminal one. Breaking the laws. Yeah, Botanical Garden Batumi we're actually gonna check next week. Should be really nice, considering there's the sea also nearby. The views should be even more dank. Our views should be really good. No, that's what they were asking me. How to get out, basically. That's when I was deciding. Are we doing it or not? And then I, of course, wasn't doing it. Obviously. Obviously. That was really slippery, though. Some of those rocks there. That was not very pog, considering it's kind of intended way, no matter closed or not. Well, actually, no, I guess you're kind of not supposed to go past that, even. There's no barriers or something, though, so... I don't know exactly. But it was way too slippery there. Or I guess maybe this way and down there. Okay, that's how I went. Starting going up. That's probably really nice in summer. In some hot days. No, there's no jumping. I don't know who's gonna be jumping there. Where are you gonna be jumping even, dude? There's no even illusion of, you know, like being somewhat of a deep water whatsoever. Not so sure about that. Not so sure about that, dude. And the sulfur baths. Sulfur baths were actually quite cool. Wish I will be able to go visit some at some point. That would be cool. No, yeah, that artist got a lot of a lot of new visitors there. And there was a lot of nice street art by that dude. The connection was suffering there a little too. Yeah, the smell was quite something though. The sulfur baths smell exactly like you expect them to. But apparently pretty good. I need to do it at some point, man. I can't not giving a shit. That's when the dog happens a bit usually. More like the law breaking there. You have the padlocks there. Quite a lot. Yeah, you're also kind of not supposed to go because of the fallen rocks and everything. But there is already everything. But even the kids too. Like that one was like already like cracked down there. Got that plank. That was kind of legit scary. The link was not really solid there. No, that was for the waterfall. As even with the bench there with people chilling. And you get tired crossing there, trolling the places. Waterfalls are nice though. Like in autumn and stuff, that was probably also quite something. Autumn, spring, after the winter, and after the rain season, that's probably real good. Yeah, these streets were really cool though. Like these streets here were really nice. The whole bunch of like, speaking of color, and there's plenty of that here, and there was plenty of that here. With all the slopes and stuff. You got the license plate. Albember. And the Zoroastrian temple. That you couldn't really visit though, but it's there. But it is there. These streets are really cool though. And these streets are really nice. And that part of the city I did really like. And the connection was also going, looks like quite something there at times. Yeah, but that was pretty good. Did I call it in front of the church there, right? Yeah, that was like a hotel, not the hotel, the cafe where we were sitting with my dad. Basically like in there somewhere with the same view here. Pretty much how I stand here. But yeah, the cafe is like right behind pretty much. Yeah, it was kind of like my cousin recommended, who lived in Georgia, the cafe. It was kind of like, I guess it was alright, but like nothing special, especially considering the prices in Tbilisi. It wasn't that good. Here in Batumi, things actually feels kinda better. Kinda better and kinda cheaper. Kinda better, kinda cheaper. Speaking of food though, I will need to go through all of the food gear, the photos and everything, talking about all that stuff. That's gonna be the recap with the photos before we leave. That will be probably already if we leave in 16th, I guess, then maybe like Wednesday. I don't know how I will do the day off on that week, but yeah, maybe 16th, 15th to 16th most likely. I'm gonna do that. Gonna do that. By the way, yeah, postcard is still there. It's still available, but it will be available probably until actually like 15, 16, because like then I'm just physically not gonna be able to just even like write them and send them all. So yeah, it's gonna be like the 16th is kind of the latest probably I will be able to. 17th like really doubt it. So yeah, 16 is gonna be the latest. So like there are still some days, left. Yes, thank you, Steva. That's exactly that.